Ahoy me mateys, it's me, YargyTheLandPirate, and today I'm going to be telling you a story. This story is called Don't Fall for a Walrus. And we're going to start right now. I'm going to talk very nicely. It's going to be a very nice experience for all of us. Alright, so this story starts out with all of our characters. There's the main character that we have called Sam. There's also Thomas, Enid, this walrus guy, and this guy that is only known as KD. Now let's get started. So Sam and Thomas, they are both friends, and they were friends for a very long time. And they both went off to college at a very beautiful college known as Sunny New Plains. One day, Sam was walking around Sunny New Plains, and there was the sun that was out, and there was a tree, and a sidewalk, and the sky, and there was a hole in the tree, and he was just walking down, and suddenly, a very beautiful girl walked out from the other side of the sidewalk. Now inside of Sam's head, he was going crazy. He didn't know what was going to happen, but the girl kept getting closer, and closer, and closer, until eventually they were within distance to communicate. And as they were communicating, they discussed certain things, like what their majors were, and what classes that they were taking. And Sam was very, very excited. Later that night, Sam would lie in his bed thinking of Enid. It would make him very happy. But unfortunately, he was also thinking of Enid with his other head, and that made it kind of difficult for him to fall asleep. A few weeks later, Sam walked into the dining hall at Sunny New Plains. He walked across the dining hall and saw Enid. But what else he saw was shocking. Something so vile. Most people should never be able to experience this in their entire life. It was one big, fat, disgusting, whiskered, brown walrus grabbing Enid by her back. Look, right there, in her back. Right there, just grabbing that back like a walrus. And that made Sam very upset. Sam then went back to him and Thomas's room. Sam saw Thomas there and told him about what he had seen in the dining hall. Thomas reported that he had seen Enid while he was trying to record one of his famous parkour videos. He saw Enid's back getting grabbed by this guy named KD. And this made Sam very, very upset. Months and months later, Sam was very upset, and he had no clue what to do, so usually what he would do is he would go outside and do handstands near the beach. Until one day, this girl named Allie came over to Sam. Sam came up from his handstand and started talking with Allie about history. And from there, they sparked a great friendship, and they exchanged phone numbers. Now Sam texts Allie almost every single day, and Sam was happy. And that's the end of our story. I guess you'd want to know what happened to the rest of our characters, right? Well, after having her back grabbed many times by many other people, Enid decided that it was time for her to change her ways and stop being such a slut, so she decided to join the Catholic Church. KD decided to change his ways as well. He went from one of the king of the douchebags to being one of the greatest Dungeons & Dragons dungeon masters ever. He now hosts his own version of Dungeons & Dragons in his basement. He calls it KDD&D. For Thomas, he is now one of the greatest ever parkour people to ever live, and he goes by his stage name, Tosh Thompson. Sam still goes to Sunny New Plains, but he's very happy there now, and he has much better nights of sleep. But every now and again, he gets a little thought of Enid back in there, and finds it a little harder to sleep that night. And lastly, the walrus became fed up with his lifestyle as a walrus and decided to run as the Republican candidate Donald Trump. The end.